Welcome back folks, it's Nick here back in the chair. Thank you for clicking on this video. It's Death Wish 3 on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Gremlin Graphics in 1987. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC and the Commodore 64, and it's based on the movie directed by Michael Winner in 1985, also called Death Wish 3. Calm down dear. Well, we can't calm down because we're controlling Charles Bronson as his character Paul Kersey. Here he is here going through the streets. Now, you must defeat a ruthless gang who have terrorised and taken over the streets. The police have completely lost control. We've got this gun we can shoot. By pressing C we can rotate through them, and enter we can go through doors like this. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, but we're based in New York. You're a freelance justice fighter who's got to eliminate all the vermin from the town. Yeah, so as a kid I probably would have wandered around just shooting random stuff till my bullets run out. In the bottom middle there, in like cyan, like blue to the unaccustomed, you can see the map, which I'm finding it very hard to read. Next to that, to the left, is where all the directions you can go in. So right in the area, northeast, right in the area, there we go. By pressing left and right on the joystick you turn directions, and then the new view shown is, well, the direction you're looking in. So it's very disorientating if you're not used to this type of game, which I'm not. Now, shoot all the bad guys, which I'm trying to do. They're the ones with clubs and guns. Don't shoot anyone else. So that's the women walking around the streets, grannies and so forth. I don't know how you quickly tell the difference between them all because they're all the same colour. I seem to got a bit stuck there. Oh my god. So I'm not going to complete the game. It's not a walkthrough. It's just me messing about. Now, when you're in a building, by pressing W, you can look through a window and take pot shots at people. So if I get a chance to work out what the hell I'm doing, I might try it at that. So it's an extensive map, a little bit of colour clash there, as our faces all go green or the same colour as the brickwork. If you recognise New York, if you live in New York, say yes, that's exactly where I live. If you live in New York and this is nothing like where you live, which I presume is the case, then let me know as well. So get your points for shooting bad guys, I suppose defusing riots, and there we go. Every so often you'll see the police people step in, so don't shoot them, they'll try and help you, and other people will drag off the dead bodies, so they're a bit of tidy and control. If you have completed this one, let me know. At the moment I'm finding it a bit chaotic, a bit messy as I just wander around, but these videos are supposed to be what it would have been like on your first or second go. Yeah, bemusement. I definitely need a magazine to tell me what to do and where to go. I'm finding navigation really difficult because I can't get used to this left and right and then head in the direction you're going in, and that's, well, that. I prefer the Joe Blade game to this one, to be honest with you. But there's a bit of game there. A lot of kids would have really liked this back in the day. Death Wish 3, 1985, directed by Michael Winner. Yes. To my knowledge, I don't think Death Wish and Death Wish 2 made it to the ZX Spectrum, but you might know different. This is by Gremlin Graphics in good old 1987. If I get killed, I'll put in a cheat mode for immunity. I do know a cheat mode for infinite ammo, but we won't do that. So, like, try and look at this. Can you tell the difference between people attacking you and normal people of the street? They just keep regenerating and regenerating forever. You can see a compass next to the map, and that's supposed to be telling us where we're going. I pressed M then, and game over, and the map went yellow for a bit. I don't know what the significance of that is. Right, Death Wish 3 by Sean Hollingworth. It's well coded. There's a lot going on the screen, but as a game, I'm not really enjoying it a great deal. Right? Okay. You can pick up power-ups. I think there might be body armour and different guns as you go along if you can find them. This is coming from a recommendation. I think the person that recommended it liked it a lot more than me. I think I looked through the window then. Well, I did hit W for window, but anyway. Yeah, you know, it's a bit odd. The elements of it remind me of Back to School. I know that's set in a schoolroom. I think it's the style of the characters walking around. But they didn't need to keep regenerating as much as they did because, you know, I find it very hard to try and settle and get my bearings on this. There's not much time to think. But the graphics are good. As I say, lots moving on the screen. The 128K had music. This doesn't because it's a 48K. And the reason why I'm reviewing the 48K Spectrum, because I tend to prefer that, is because that's the system I owned back in the day, and I'm trying to capture a little bit of nostalgia what it was about. There we go. Choose quite a lot of games, Gremlin Graphics. My favourite one have to be Lotus Turbo Challenge 2, which come out on the good old Amiga, but this is before then, but not a great deal before then, maybe just a few years. If you had this on the Commodore 64 and completed it, or just played it, let me know what the differences are. Was the playability more or less the same? Right, look through the window. See, I've got this crosshairs here. I can aim that and shoot people, but don't shoot the innocent, because you will lose points. In real life, you'll go to prison for, like, well, life, I suppose. But this is Charles Bronson. He could do what he wanted. The Death Wish films, I remember that as a kid. I don't think I ever watched all of them. But Charles Bronson was, you know, a vigilante going around solving wrongs for reasons I can't quite remember. Maybe one of his family members had got killed or something like that. But there certainly wasn't rioting on the street to this degree. Now, you go into this house, or various houses, and people just turn up all the time. Right, bang, bang. You've got a limited amount of bullets, so you can't hang around because, you know, bullets are wasted on people that just keep regenerating over and over again. So you can turn around the room. That's what the back of the room looks like. It's a one-room flat. How much would you pay to rent this flat out? Well, not much. They haven't got a refrigerator. It looks like they've got 3 armchairs, and that's about it. But let's go. Don't know whose house that was, but I'm off. Are you disorientated yet? See if you can make sense, because I haven't been able to yet. That map going along, see if you can make sense of that. I certainly can't. You turn in the direction you want to go in, then, yeah, just left or right. Smeg knows what's going on here. Death Wish 3. The other game I reviewed earlier on was Commando 87, or Duet as it is more commonly known. That wasn't the greatest game in the world. It's more basic than this one. Wasn't sensational. I'd pick Commando or Akari Warriors over that one. This one I'd pick any of the Joe Blade games, although very similar, over this one as well, because I think they're a bit more friendly graphics and a bit more kinder. But you know, I must stress again, this is only my second go of this now. And if you had it back in the day as a kid, not many other games, you probably learned all the nuances of it and knew exactly what to do and get more of it. Now, I haven't found any riots going on in any areas, but it does look like there's riots going on everywhere. So if you find those, it says the direction there you need to go in, northwest. If you find those, I don't know what northwest is, then you're probably going to get much more enjoyment of the game. But as a kid, would I have gone back to this? I don't think I would have done that much. I don't think it would have been played a great deal. I think there would have been better games to play. But as a kid, I only had about 30 or so games that I knew of. So, you know, but if you had hundreds in there, which we now have reviewed, edging towards 600, would I have played this one? No. It wouldn't have been found. Wouldn't even be in my top 100. But I must admit, it is clever. I do like the map, and it's original. It's just not much going on. The gameplay is very, very samey. And if you don't know where you're going, you're just going to wander around doing the same thing over and over, and over and over, and over and over again, which I tend to be doing. Right, put your tips below if you can do. Not about great gameplay, which is just as well really, because it's rubbish. My gameplay, that is. Yes. Another game, I'll say it's about most of them really, I'd like to see the coding of, to see how they programmed this in the first place. I try and imagine myself sitting down and trying to start, and all I got is 10, rem 10, this is Nick's program, 20, beep 1,2, and then that's pretty much it really. I'll let you fill in the rest of the game for yourself, but I've got you started on a great super game, and you can do the rest of the coding. Well done, remember that. So I'll say it again in case you haven't written it down, because it's very complicated programming. 10, rem, Nick's game, 20, beep 1,2. Type that in if you want, if you've got a Spectrum, and see what top program that is. You'll be well excited. It's not as good as this game, to be honest with you, but you've got to do the work yourself. It's all about learning on the Spectrum, all about learning, and not shooting grannies, right? I mean, who keeps coming into this house? I mean, it's packed. What sort of house is this? He should really learn to lock the door. Notice that there's no marks on the wallpaper, no blood or bullets and stuff, which is quite good. So it's bulletproof wallpaper, grenade-proof wallpaper as well, as we were on doing the shotgun. Yeah. Oh man, I don't think this is going to go on for half an hour, you know. You've seen pretty much all the game, apart from I haven't sorted out any riots. Let us know what happens at the end, those few people that have completed it out there. How long does it take to complete? Not time that I've run out of bullets now. So when you try a fire, you run out of bullets, he just shakes his arms and thinks, right, okay. I mean, the death toll in this place is amazing. There's no real reason to join the police. Definitely a situation for RoboCop or someone. Your move, creep. But as a man with no gun running around as a vigilante unpaid, I don't know. Look out for the police people that turn up every now and again. You probably clocked them already. They'll try and help you, but nothing can beat a guy with a big club. Big club on the head is not great. So, you know, I think I'm going around in circles now. I keep doing down the joystick and then left or right, but might be going around in a big circle. There's probably you've got to go in the right room at the right time and collect the right object to get out of here. But a poke for immunity, which I have got on, which you haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed, is what it is. So I think we'll leave that one there because, well, I think we've seen it all. So hope you like to have a look at that one. I'm very underwhelmed, really. Got good ratings at the time, I think, but it's not one for me. That was Death Wish on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Gremlin Graphics in 1987, and based on the film with the same name from 1985. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.